Hello and welcome to NahmTalmBout, a show where you can be educated, entertained, and offended all in the same hour. It is a new year, but we got the same jokes, quotes, and hopes for all our folks. Sit back, press play, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy. Now I'm talking about.
They'll be all right.
The whole caption was, I don't think our parents realized how far we rode our bikes in the 90s.
Yeah. All right. I mean, the problem with that is, like he said, you got access to them on everything, but strangers got access to them on everything too. And these kids dumb as hell. So they likely to fall for some, hey, why don't you meet me here? And I got candy and popcorn and fucking, you know what I mean? Video games.
That's the same warning as our parents gave us. Like, I was so hyped when Asia
told but like a dude can't be like, a dude in California can't find you on the internet, tell you, you know what I'm saying? Some perverted ass dude with enough money to fly his ass to Virginia can't tell you to meet you somewhere or steal this money from your parents and meet me here. I'll show you pictures of how beautiful California is. Like, you needed a pen pal for some shit like that. Like, a nigga had to write you a letter and send you actual pictures.
You know what I'm saying? Your parents can intercept that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they checking the mail anyway. But like right now, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, too many motherfucking weirdos got access.
That's true. That's true. The more devious ones, they got the time to do all that shit.
Yeah, the motherfuckers that really want, if a motherfucker really want to get to your kid, they could. And that's the scary shit. That's why you gotta be a little more. Cause like I said, even back then, like you had to worry about motherfuckers in the neighborhood. But if you ain't really know a motherfucker was, cause right now with the internet, you can find anybody in your neighborhood and be like, oh shit, this nigga child predator or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, which I guess adds to the fear factor of various fucking thing. But
yeah, on our end, I didn't think about that. Because I was so hyped when a long time ago when Asia was like talking about my van and shit.
Yeah.
That's the bands you gotta watch out for. It's like, it's my work van. Like.
But it's motherfucking devious bastards that use them type of bands, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was the type of warning that we had back in the day. Look out for this shit, look out for that shit.
Yeah, you know
now we don't even know what type of warning.
Don't get in the car with nobody, don't accept nothing from nobody.
Yeah, we don't even know the warnings to get the kids nowadays. You know what I mean? Because we'd be surprised at the shit we see on our timeline.
Don't accept nothing from nobody, don't get in a car with nobody, don't go meet nobody nowhere by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure somebody know where you at all times. Like even to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, not even to this day, but you know what I'm saying? The last time I found some strange, I texted, I think it was Ab. I text Ab the address, like, yo, this is where I'm going, just in case shit goes south. And you don't hear from me, nigga. I'm sliding out here. You know what I'm saying? They shot him the address and shit. And then, like, look, shit, I don't make it back, man. Shit,
you know where to start
at. Real bad, goddamn.
You know where to start at, nigga.
Yeah, that's where you start looking, right? Shit went real good or real bad, but either way.
You see that Florida police sergeant that got in trouble for grabbing the officer by the throat?
For grabbing the officer by the throat?
Yeah. So the footage shows that one officer is forcing the that's what happened. They forced the nigga into the car, to the backseat or whatever. And then he threatened him a couple times to spray him with major shit, told him to act correct, this, and the third. And then he told him, turn around, show me your face. And then he sprayed him or whatever. So the lady officer came in and snatched the officer back, pulled him back. This nigga turned around and grabbed her ass by the throat, nigga. Like by the foot. Yes. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, and then said, get the fuck off. Don't you ever do that again. Said something to do it again and said, and I'll see you when we get back. So, you know, I guess he take the whole blue line, gonna protect him type shit, but they saying he got in some type of trouble, but it's like telling your friend on your friend.
Hey, vacation, yeah. Type of shit.
But at the same time, that's more the shit that needs to happen though. You know what I mean? Because we know it's happening. You know what I mean? We always say that, you know what I mean, all of them ain't bad. But we see what happens to the few good ones.
Yeah, the few that aren't, yeah.
But now we got, like I said, we got a little more proof, but a little bit of footage like this, you know what I mean? More of these joints start coming out. Because it's crazy. Once one video come out, all of them come out.
Yeah.
All of them come out.
Oh yeah, I got one too. Shit. What it was some other shit too that I had just said. Oh. You been keeping up with the famous exploits of that nigga Charles the White?
No, I haven't. I keep seeing niggas clicking on his liking and shit. You know, I'm never clicking on for the value. But this nigga be talking about just random ass
Nah, the nigga maced Soulja Boy and his goons.
He maced them?
He maced Big Draco. Big Draco. He maced them niggas. Draco said, Soulja Boy said that the nigga was running away, spraying the shit in the air as he ran away. But Charles White said, I seen him coming. And they had to stop and pull their pants up and tie their shoes and all that shit. So I had enough time to go to my girl and get in her purse and get my mace up out of there. You know what I'm saying? While they was all tying their shoes and fixing their pants and spinning their chains and all that good shit. I like this nigga Charles White stupid as shit. He's like, yeah, so they didn't know I was already prepared. I stay prepared. I'm always prepared. You know what I'm saying? But while they was tired, they had to fix their clothes and their shoes and shit. While they doing all that shit, I maced them all. I maced them all. He said I had the good thick shit too. Shit like jail. Matter of fact, it's called Mace Jail. It ain't even spray. This shit is a jail. Like it looked like pimples and tears on they niggas' faces. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga tells why he's stupid as shit. So he basically he gonna sue them Bama's now because he feel threatened and shit. And all kinds of wild ass shit. But he, you know what I'm saying? He said he on a mission to bring down all them fake street rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Y'all already doing stuff then.
I don't know. That's the thing, right? Because it's like he more or less trolling, but it's a message behind his trolling.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? But he trolling the shit out of everybody. Like he talked shit about you. He was talking shit about how Soulja Boy ain't no gangster. You got millions of dollars. You supposed to be a billionaire. What the fuck is you worried about trying to be a gangster for? This Soulja Boy seen him. This Soulja Boy seen him and try to be gangster with him. And the nigga just makes the whole. He's like, it's about 12 of them. It's about 12 of them. I seen him. He said, when niggas don't realize I was talking shit on Soulja Boy, I was prepared for whatever he had. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I've been on the internet talking shit. So when I see him, I just make the whole crowd. I like this nigga, wow. But he be saying that shit to everybody. You know what I'm saying? He be talking shit about all the little young rappers and shit. You know what I'm saying? All the couple of the dead rappers, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he said King Von wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing nothing for the neighborhood. I ain't like his take on Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? He did the same shit everybody do with niggas was selling drugs in the neighborhood and shit. Like, yeah, at one point. But by the end, he was buying it up. He was teaching financial literacy and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the beginning, there's something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would say that shit about Jay-Z now, but that's his start. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I gotta say, with him, I don't know if it's more than him trolling, but like you said, you know what I'm saying? You niggas don't need to be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing this shit. You gotta follow the nigga. Like I said, the nigga wild. Huh? Wild as hell. Yeah, man.
Damn, I wanted to do it. I was about to do an intro, but I'm like, but we don't know what we're talking about yet. I ain't got a goddamn, at least a topic, nigga. I want to have a topic we'll get to eventually.
Man. My family keep trying to give me the motherfucking TikTok, but I ain't too up on that. You know what I'm saying?
TikTok far as what?
You know, take a couple clips of the show. Just
to use TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, to use TikTok.
I don't be knowing what I'm doing either. The other day I just posted something of me doing a reverse layup for no apparent reason. I ain't put anything in it. Cause the first time I did something like that, my daughter was like, you know, it ain't no sound on the video. Like, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going back to Instagram.
Yeah,
niggas gonna find me on Instagram or YouTube. I'm fuck it.
Yeah, shit's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, the product is here. The product is here. The product is good.
I'm too old. I'm not from this generation, man. I'm not from this internet generation, bro. I still do shit with my hands. You know what I'm saying?
Well, TikTok is a bunch of niggas doing weird shit with their hands, though. So.
Yeah, but I'm living in the moment. I ain't trying to record everything. I don't think, let me press record before I take this shit. Like, something funny might happen while I'm fucking running down the steps. Let me record. I ain't fitting.
And now you worrying about going down the steps and shit?
Yeah. I'm going to go down the steps, spinning plates on my feet. Watch this shit. Yeah. Bound to drizzle down like that, man. Man. All right, so you say we're gonna fuck with
All right, so oh yeah, the Khalees and Beyonce joint.
Khalees and Beyonce.
That was the only joint, but I don't really. Well, it'll end up being what it is. Like I said, I'm fucking curious about the hood niggas only want to be hood niggas. Why did I say that? I mean, I understand it.
You curious about being a hood nigga?
No, I don't want to be. No, that's the whole
thing. You want to
like,
be a hood nigga too?
No, hood niggas is cool with just being like, that's the You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like they cool. Like I don't know how else to explain it. That's why I wish I had whatever made me have this thought. Because I definitely know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it. Because, and I guess it's one of those statements where it's like you don't want to say it. It sounds like you're talking down to your own. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nigga, just be satisfied with just the bare minimum and being tough and gangster. And you know what's funny? I'm not gonna put this on here.
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of see a lot of people in our community, they really don't have a concept of the future. Like I always say, this country has stripped Black American men of the concept of legacy. Even the way we deal with women, we don't deal with them as far as like, I'm trying to have a woman to where we could build a legacy, a family, my family name, the future, generations from now kind of situation. Everything is really about what's going on tonight and tomorrow, you know? So I would really just want to instill a future, my consequences, and just the opportunities that are out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And,
yeah. What would you say, dude?
Like,
because I figured this, right. If somebody was watching this video, right, and they trying to reach out to their youngin, right, and they trying to figure out the words to say or whatever the situation is, what would you recommend, Jay?
Like all that shit works. It goes back to the village. But we want to get away from the village and do for self, and it's all built about struggle because we done been through it for centuries. We can keep doing it. Like it doesn't make sense.
We the only group of people that don't practice family economics.
Yeah.
Asians do that shit. The Spanish people do that shit. The Indian people do that shit. But Black people tell you, nah, you can't. You got to be out the house by 16 and shit like that. Like
dumbest shit in the world. That's dumb.
Yeah, you need to be independent. You need to struggle. Struggling better than trying to get it with your family and shit. Like
it builds character and shit.
Yeah,
All that's true, but it's
that shit breaks your spirit.
Now, it also makes unnecessary pit holes and falls. You know what I mean? Shit you got to go through just because you were here. Like that doesn't make any sense. We already gonna have to go through shit already. Don't add unnecessary shit I have to go through.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, whatever works for you don't mean to work for everybody else. So, you know what I'm saying?
But like we were saying a couple weeks ago, I mean, but it's simple math. Sometimes the simple should be working. And like, well, just because it works for you don't mean it work for me. Nigga, it actually do. You just don't want to.
The math be math, and you just want to do something. You want to be chasing about some shit, and motherfucker, I got to be difficult.
Difficult.
You know what I'm saying? My route tree start with a slant as a 1. Like niggas got to be difficult.
Niggas in the 1 and the 9 is flip.
Yeah.
For what? It's no sense, yo.
You might be out here lying. I don't even trust your word no more. Sound like you might be slow.
Yo, I just realized it's funny because Tiffany said that shit a couple, and I realized it later on. The ego combo.
Yeah.
Like niggas, like their stories are built around ego. Like I'm telling you this, but I'm upping myself while I'm telling you this. It's not just me telling you this. You know what I mean? Like you really get that when you're talking to your homies. Like it's just the way we're built. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I get like you said, the more and more you deal with one person, I guess all that ego-ness will drop down and shit. You cut to the chase or whatever. But when it's just a bunch of niggas around, ain't nothing but ego, bro. Nothing but it, yo.
Yeah, chicks get that a lot because the nigga got it. But you know what I'm saying? You blame it on himself because you make him feel like he got to impress you. You know what I'm saying? They be making a nigga feel like you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to impress a motherfucker. And I think it was Carlos that said, Carlos Phillips was like, man, every chick think that you going to get a 6'3", long dick, light skin, rich nigga that's ready to trick off on you, don't cheat, drive a Ferrari, spend 20 grand a month on you, that's a billionaire, and got a house with a pool in it, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all be expecting perfect nigga. You trying to pull this nigga with a lace front on. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
We don't be knowing what we want either, though.
Yeah, we do. We just don't know how to ask for it properly.
I mean, I definitely agree with the second part. We don't know how to ask for it properly. I just think sometimes we think we know what we want. You know, we got two heads also.
Yeah, and one start, the other one stop.
Yep,
ain't no two-way flow valve, nigga. That shit gonna
go
one way. Yeah, that shit go one way. Nigga, that shit Chambers Road after 3 o'clock. Goddamn. This bitch only going one way, nigga. You might want to turn it off.
Yo, I am at that age, nigga, where I got hyped about road talk, nigga. Like, whenever we go out, nigga, we drive ourselves like, oh, yeah, that's where I drop. That's where the load got. Like,
I got to know. I do a delivery right the fuck there.
Oh, yeah, don't let me go by somewhere I done deliver to, nigga. I got a story for you, nigga.
yeah, nigga.
I'm somewhere right there, nigga. If I ride past a load dock or I ride past like a alley in, a building, I see, I'm like, that's a load dock. Okay, yeah. That was just hype, nigga.
Because you used to looking for them joints. Like, I'm going to have to bend this motherfucking corner. All right, that's the building. Right there, look like an alley. Yeah, that's the load dock.
That's it, yeah.
Do I need to back down that motherfucker or what?
Yeah, because you can't jerk on the brakes when you see it, so you got to be creeping up on that joint.
You got looking forward ahead.
Yeah, and in DC, they going to beat the horn as soon as you do anything, so.
Yeah, you act like you don't know where you going just a little bit, motherfucker. Nigga, fuck you. It's crazy to say fuck you because nigga beating pulled on you.
I don't be knowing where that should be coming from. It sounds like it be from down there, nigga. Like, that should be everywhere because other niggas be getting beat there. Other niggas be getting beat there. That's why.
Everybody be beeping. That's motherfucking DC. Everybody beeping on that motherfucker. Can't nobody drive out that bitch either.
So, DC?
Yeah.
Everybody transplants, man.
Yeah. Keeping it district out there, man. Keeping it district.
So what you hear about the Beyonce and Khalees?
Yeah, you was talking about the Kelly. How you say?
Khalees and Beyonce. We talked about that a little bit. You got 2 cents on that, Mo?
The whole Khalees. I mean, if they sampled it and they didn't even reach out, I think that's foul. Like, I saw some people talking about it, saying that I guess technically she didn't have to. Like, let's say she didn't own the rights to it or whatever, like the masters or the publishing or whatever. Technically, they don't have to. Now, I don't know the legal stuff behind it, but like if they didn't technically have to, I think as just an artist to artist, you want to reach out just on some good morals. You feel me? Like, and I'm like, you big enough to do it. It's not like she really gonna be like, nah, I don't want you to use my stuff. At least reach out like, hey man, we sampled it for this song, what do you think? Or send her the track or something. But yeah, what y'all think about it?
So what I heard was word that she did talk to the dude who actually owned the beat, which was Pharrell. So I mean, if you're dealing with the guy who owned it, I'm dealing. I tell him more earlier, man. If we talking boss to boss and we having a boss level conversation, yes, it's your song, but you don't own that shit. Why I gotta have a conversation with an employee about what I'm trying to do on the next level? When you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's your song. You know what I'm saying? But you don't own the rights to that shit. So I'm sorry you went through what you went through with that. I'm sorry you got oiled up the way you got oiled up. But I spoke to the person who owned it. And
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess
that's how business works. But she was mad because she said on some respect shit, because she even admitted, yeah, I don't own it, all of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She doing all right still and all that, but at the same time, she just wanted respect, I guess. RESPECT.
Yeah, because you know what I mean, it's like she got the right, she got the credit. You know what I mean? She got her name in the joint or whatever. So I mean, I guess it's both sides, so that's why it's a combo. You know what I mean? Of course, some people gonna feel like, you know what I mean? Pharrell made the beat. Why I gotta talk to you? I barely even knew about this. But as an artist, and she's like Khalees said, like you talking all this girl power type shit, it would be respectful for you just reach out to me and let me know you did this. You know what I mean?
But like I said,
I do see both sides, but I don't see the necessariness. So like, I don't rock with you like that. I don't know you.
But I forgot what I was listening to. But it's legit like a 4-second clip of where you could do a little My Milkshake Pot. You know what I'm saying? Like how that beat start jumping, like do you know what I'm saying? It's like that little bit in the fucking.
Hold on. This is so funny because that song energy go anywhere because I fuck with the album.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? So
yeah, so it's not actual vocals. It's part of the beat.
Yeah, it's just the beat.
So it's not her words. It's not her saying anything.
Nah.
I ain't gotta talk to you.
What the dude? If it's not,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
it's not your vocal sample and you don't own the song and it's not even your vocals, I ain't gotta talk to you.
I'm talking to the beat
exactly.
maker. Like,
nah, it was just part of the beat. That like I said, the little quick little riff from that do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? Was in the song. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you
man,
you heard the song and you didn't even realize it, right?
I didn't. I didn't hear her voice. I don't know the samples. I mean, I don't. That's weird.
That's why I said
that's
she just
suspicious.
She reaching. You know
that's a reach. That's him trying to jump out there. Hey, and what Jay-Z said, you were getting played, dog. You were getting fucked in. I know who I paid, dog. Searchlight Publishing.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
don't be mad at me.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
You know what I'm saying? Just so happens that I don't know if they trolling them on a couple levels, but it could be. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, dude. If it wasn't a vocal sample, I thought she like chopped up her vocals or something.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, it was a little bit of the beat. You know what I'm saying? That's why she didn't have to reach out to, because
get out of here, bro. That's kind of like an afterthought, dude. You know?
Yeah. For Milkshake. Okay. And it's funny. I mean, I guess because that being her biggest song, whatever, she feels like it's Milkshake. That's me, nigga, blah blah. But I'm talking to the nigga that made that beat and is making beats now. If y'all two got y'all problem, don't pull me into that shit.
Nah. Even if it's one of her biggest songs, if it's just a beat, then you go to the producer for it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I thought they chopped up her vocals or something, the way it was going around the internet.
Yeah.
No.
Like I said, I listened to the song plenty of times. I listened to plenty of songs that didn't recognize. You know what I mean? I don't remember hearing her voice. That's why I didn't even think about the fact that it is energy.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna listen to that later. Hey, let me ask y'all something. Did y'all listen to the project?
Yeah, it's funny enough because niece kind of got me hyped about Beyonce maybe over the last 2 or 3 years because she always talk about Beyonce's exclusiveness. Like you don't know too much about, she don't do a lot of shit. She don't really be out here. You know what I mean? When she do is out.
Me saying like Beyonce at one point.
I don't think she said she liked her. She just told me that, you know what I mean, she's exclusive. And I turned like that. I don't know. I don't think she dislikes her, but I don't think this is a statement about her liking her. But you know what I mean, with her exclusive. So long story short, I was kind of interested in this album. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean, she said she put on the album, everybody's doing all this shit to find out who's on the track and the whole track list is that and the third. Like they're really working it. Like that was like very interesting to me. So when the album came out, I listened to like the first 4 or 5 tracks and I texted my sister. Because my sister is definitely in the house. She's proud of it. She'll tell you that. You know what I mean? So I text her like, yo, have you listened to this yet? I really hope my daughter loves this album. Because the way the album started out is a lot of empowering. You already heard them all?
I'm kind of like 75% of the way.
All right. Well, like the first, like I said, the first 4 or 5 songs, like I'm That Girl, especially Cozy. When she's talking about being comfortable in your skin. So that's what kind of sold me from the gate. After that, it just turns to like, okay, this is all right album. You know what I mean? The hype kind of died down. It's like, you know what I mean? It's all right. It's not a bad album. I'm not a Beyonce fan. You feel me? So I don't know what I was expecting, but it's definitely a good project. I guess it's like a great movie. I ain't got to see it twice. I ain't got to hear it twice. But I did love Energy. I did love Cozy. Like, there's a couple songs I'll snatch up off that joint, but I'm not going to listen to the whole album over again like that. But you don't like it? When you get to going like this, boy...
No, I'm just listening, man. Nah, I started to play it when we were driving back, and
oh yeah, I was in the car.
Yeah, but the kids were asleep though.
Okay.
So, so I kind of got to the part of the album that got more kind of musical at the end, like more groovy. Mm-hmm. But the first part, I remember listening to a few songs and I was like, I did not like it, right? And I talked to my wife a little later. I was like, when Beyonce does this kind of like ratchet shit, it sounds kind of lame to me. You know, because I really don't think ratchet is her aesthetic. I don't think that young girl talk is very authentic to her. she's been a celebrity star since she was like 15, 16, 17 or something.
Queen B.
Yeah, and like,
It's like
that
Lil
whole
Wayne, like Lil Wayne with the gangster rap.
right, like
She got to keep up with the Nickies and the Cardis and the Megans.
But you don't.
Yeah, but that her whole thing used to be everybody follows her way, you know, and she's doing like that church girl song. I think that church girl song is like trash. Like the drop it like a thotty, drop it like it just sound whack. It just sound it's just to me, maybe I'm respectability politics or the old dude or whatever, you know, the smart Negroes want to call me, right? But that shit was whack to me. It doesn't sound authentic to her. It wasn't really creative. It just sounds goofy. You know, when she does all of this, yeah, we on demon time. I might start an OnlyFans. I'm like, you ain't about none of this shit you talking about right now in this kind of way. Like you are like the Pearl Gates Bel Air mansion ass. Like you on a different level than everybody. You feel me?
Or so you think.
Or so I say. Hey.
Or so
maybe
you think. Because she just another little ratchet joint, and you know what I'm saying, in a little church girl ratchet joint. Just so happy she got money.
I guess.
She been wanting to be this the whole time, but the whole life been on her. She couldn't do it because I've been looking at her the whole time.
Jay-Z swooped in and scooped her up, wouldn't let her, you know what I'm saying, get in the hands of, you know what I'm saying, nobody else. Even though he was out there fucking around.
That's funny. We're going to leave that right there. Go ahead, Mom.
With that point, I kind of go like, why? It's like, why do we want this shit so much? I don't get it. It's like, it's kind of like I talk about the cultural thing and how negative things kind of scale, where it makes people who got money, who didn't grow up in certain environments, right? I give shit to people when that's their authentic experience in their environment. It may not be for me, but I go, that's your story. You feel me? But it's like when I lived in like when we lived in like Chesterfield, right? Perfect example. Cassie used to represent this place, Rosegale. And I remember driving through, it was a damn single family home community. Everybody got a 3 or 4 bedroom house. They got a yard. I'm like, why everybody want to be talking about like guns and shit like they from Southside Richmond, like they from the trenches. I'm like, you gotta, like, that's the whole 8 Mile thing. Like, and Clarence's parents got a real good marriage. Right? I'm like, Clarence's parents got a real good marriage. Like, why you feel me? So I'm like, why is it that even when cats can get out the trenches, make it in the world, do the social, economic, climate, mobility thing that everybody wants, we got this hankering desire to, like, I want to do some ratchet shit. This is
you know why, Deuce? You know why, Deuce? Because hood niggas only want to be hood niggas. Hey, Ball. So earlier, every randomly, we be trying to be professionals. So we be taking down notes and shit throughout the week about conversations we want to talk about, you know what I mean? So I wrote down hood niggas might really just want to be hood niggas. You know what I mean? So today I go back to it and I can't remember like what made me think of that. Like what was I watching? What crossed my timeline? This, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So we was joking about that. And then here go an hour later, you just, you know what I mean? That's cool. Like that's we can ride. I mean, that's what y'all like. We'll give them that. You know what I mean? Like I said, what is our culture? If it's Sierra twerking nowadays, fuck it.
Ignorance is bliss. Let them niggas be happy.
Damn. Hey, that's deep though. That's deep though. I guess so, man. But that joint, I was like, not even like the messaging. It just seems kind of, to me, it just looks like inauthentic to her. But I guess she is maybe like that church girl that can never.
With the little whole trap inside, she just let it out through music.
Yeah, because she was kind of like that from the gate. So it's not like it's kind of like the Michael Jackson, I was never able to be a child kind of thing.
Yeah. She was never able to be the hoe that she got inside. So just
I'm gonna talk about it though. I'm gonna talk about it. Let me talk about it.
Yeah, let Peter Pan dance, goddammit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all got a point. Y'all got a point. You know? And then it was some other songs where it's just talking about, I don't know, just some of the stuff from her seem kind of like unoriginal, because it's like, how many times we gonna talk about I'm that girl, I'm the hot one kind of thing? It's like the same shit. And from her, because I look at her on like the past few years, she's been able to do stuff artistically that's been through the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like artistically,
and
visually,
and the way that she went about stuff too, like how she just ain't do no promo, she just dropped something. You know what I mean? Like that became a thing. You know what I mean? Like a couple other artists tried to do that also, just drop something without a promotion or anything. And it ain't work the same. Like she do it, like the shit she got with is Adidas, right? Who she got a drum with? Is Adidas?
Adidas. Ivy Park.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah, Ivy Park. Yeah, like that type shit. Like as soon as it drop, like so yeah, she's done so much. Why digress back down to that shit that's actually beneath you? You know what I mean? And it's to the point where we're not saying don't have them songs on there. Let it go. You don't need 6 of these hoes though. Like you don't need 6 of these joints on here, bro. You don't. Because 2 of them are saying the same thing. And 3 of them actually sound the same. You see what I'm saying? Like,
literally. I think that was it. I'm going through the first half and I go like 3 of these songs damn near sound the same. She says the same kind of phrasing. And I'm like, I think that would strike me as kind of like unoriginal or like uninspired or whatever, you know, for an album that's called like Renaissance and all of that stuff. I understand putting a couple of songs that are that youthful, kind of like free flowing kind of thing, but I'm like,
no, it's a 3-piece, right?
Like, what?
It's a 3-piece, so maybe she getting her rat the shit out now.
Okay.
Yeah,
for real?
You know, she got 2 more dropping, so you know, maybe she getting that shit out now. You know
okay.
Because I knew it was dance inspired. You know what I mean? Cause niggas was saying that when Drake dropped the joint, like Drake wanted to get it. He heard her joint, like, we'll go ahead and drop my shit real quick, so you know, we get out of the way because she about to crush this joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, she is a couple of. There's probably some bounce on there that's gonna last for a good little while, but it's more about the fact that B, you're at that level. We don't really want that from you. We get plenty of that from them. You know
but I'm waiting on the video though, dog. I can't wait to see the video.
I can't wait.
That is funny. Yo, can I say something? Deuce. Nah, because Deuce, you hilarious, bro, and I ain't trying to like dampen the mood after you say some like knee slapping like funny shit, right? But I feel like that reaction, I remember thinking about this, like a lot of the stuff that's female empowerment it benefits men just like so much. It's just like, oh, we're gonna like drink and curse like men. I'm like, okay, men like that. Oh, we're gonna like have casual sex and stuff like men. I was like, okay, men like that. Oh, I'm gonna be naked and twerking in every video, even if I'm the best artist, the low artist, the middle artist. It's like, man, like, all right, cool. Okay, you empowered. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I'm doing this for me. All right, cool, whatever.
Do it for you,
shit. Do it for shit.
Men do it for women, women do it for the same chicks. I'm here for it all.
Hey, that's hella funny. That's hella funny. I think that's the thing that kind of worries me sometimes, because it's like when that becomes the culture of like the new wave, kind of like new 4th wave feminism or some shit is going to be like this. I'm like, I don't know I'm going to look like the old dude to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I saw this thing go online last year where this dad was an artist and did some shit with his daughter, right? And his way of empowering was looking a certain way, right? Was like he looked at feminism a certain way, but then his daughter is kind of on some like City Girls Meg Thee Stallion empowerment shit, right? So he did this sculpture of the Statue of Liberty, but it looked like the Nicki Minaj album cover where she's in a low squat kind of thing. And I'm like, this supposed to be the new empowerment shit?
And you doing this with your daughter?
Yeah. And he thought he was connecting with her and doing something empowering. And I'm like, I don't know, adopting a stripper's posture is empowering? I guess so. It's like, it feels like a race to the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
It feels like a race to the bottom, you know. But it's hard for me to be like to each his own, because when to each his own becomes a prevailing culture, then that's going to hit your household.
Mm.
Your
Yeah.
daughter gonna come home going, "I'm empowered. Look at me."
Yeah.
And you gonna
Watch
be
Pussy
like,
head
this.
out.
"Really?
I'm
I'm
bringing
supposed to be
home.
cool?"
Yeah.
Go
They
ahead.
boyfriend pants tighter than theirs and shit.
We went there.
Yeah,
Nah,
he
I'm
went
saying
there.
that what
He
it
had
be.
that shit in the pocket.
That shit be crazy, bro. It worked both ways. So female empowerment is making softer men.
That shit is weird. I think
The
Oh,
energy,
Mo,
it's the energy switch. You know what I'm saying?
right.
The energy doesn't dissipate. It has to transfer. You know what I'm saying? And that
Wow.
energy is transferring. You know what I'm saying?
I
The
see your
boys,
point.
the boys is getting that energy while the girls want to be more like men, and the men want to be more feminine and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's an energy change.
I
Like
think
this down.
I think you're right, dude. I think that's why some men look at like a certain agenda a certain way. Is because it's like, so like now, like I was talking to my wife about this. It's like, so like the past few years, when you see women become more empowered in like storybooks and children's books and stuff, it's them doing like, all right, I'm going to be a scientist, I'm going to be a construction thing, I'm going to build stuff. So you see dope videos of like this little girl boxer, or this girl doing martial arts, or this girl building a shelf or building a house, like doing these kind of things that were traditionally masculine. So that becomes their empowerment. But the other way, for men to get looked at with that same kind of reverence, they got to do something feminine. So if you see a dude wear a skirt, or you see the dudes wear the fingernail polish,
or you see a dude, you see a dude in the salon. You see a dude that works in the salon.
Yeah, all of that. You go, oh, we're breaking down barriers and all of this stuff. But I keep telling people this, like most men, you're not gonna sell them on this.
Yeah.
So cats push back hella hard, and they look at it as just, oh, you're just misogynistic or something like that. But look, most men want a certain level of masculinity. You know what I'm saying? And whether or not women want to admit it or not, women want men to have a certain level of masculinity, right? But
It's science. You know what I'm saying?
it is, man. Look,
It's the science.
ask any woman this. Look, men, be more soft and be more emotional and be more vulnerable and stuff, right? Cry in front of your woman more than a couple times about some regular shit.
You become a bitch.
And tell me y'all dynamic not gonna switch. I promise you, man. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. And this is from somebody who's had to work through a bunch of emotional shit, and knowing what that lack of respect can look like, feel like, exhibit itself as, you know? And it's just like your woman is gonna, like, she's gonna, if she feels like she has to be the emotionally strong one, she's not gonna she's gonna become more cold and harder and kind of a certain way. You feel me?
She's gonna
And
look for that masculine energy elsewhere. Like what's the joint with Issa? She had the same problem with the light skin nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Insecure.
Yeah, insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude was crazy, had mental issues and shit. He was crying. You know what I'm saying? He going through his little fits and shit. And then she was like, I need to. You know what I mean, she need that.
Yeah.
That happens too, though. Like I'm telling you, like and like you want to raise the boys a certain way. I'm like, what men are we raising for y'all daughters? Because I'm telling, dude, I had this conversation with my daughter and my son. Lightweight, my daughter just looks at me as like a misogynist or some shit probably right now. But it's like, if you don't have a man, and this goes to the serious man thing, like if you don't have a man that has the like biological imperative to do certain things, it's like if you have a man that doesn't want to do the grass, doesn't want to do the trash, doesn't want to do the hard shit to take that off of you as a woman,
change the tires,
the gas, the tires, to do all of that stuff, I'm guarantee you he's going to be more lax at letting you do other stuff too. You know, like it comes with it. Now let's say he wants to do those things, but let's say he's just not good at it. and then maybe the woman does it, at least he has the want and desire, meaning he won't be lazy with other things. But if a man doesn't want to do man shit, I'm telling you, it's going to trickle down into he's just cool with her doing XYZ. Oh, he's just cool with whatever. So I'm like, I'm telling you, like when daughters bring home these dudes that don't want to change the tire, and the daughter is the one that's trying to propose to him, all of these super liberal feminists right now that's trying to preach all of this, be super soft kind of shit, they're gonna look back 20 years from now like, whoa, we fucked up.
That's where we fucked up at right there.
Yeah. That's why there's so many spaces online right now when it's like manosphere situation that are hyper masculine, is because everything online is saying masculinity is bad, all masculinity is toxic, and for you to be a progressive, evolved man, you got to be more feminine and you got to adopt certain things. And although I understand it to an extent, I do want cats to be more vulnerable, more XYZ, like because like I don't want us to be animals. I don't want us to be super rugged to where we can't be fathers to our children and shit, right? I don't want us to be so hard and pent up that we become self-destructive and we become abusive or we become angry or we become fucking distant parents. Like that old super masculine worker model, that came with a lot of negative stuff too. Cats drank a lot. Cats were angry. Cats ate bad food. Cats sought out other women. Cats were abusive with their children. Cats were more just angry in the household. These kind of like monsters because they're holding everything in and they're taking all of this bullshit from the world, you know. So I want us to be more balanced, more healthy, but there's still a line, man. You feel me? It has to be more of a balance, but when guys see that, like I tell dudes, or women or the liberals, I'm like, you can't just try to like bell hooks quote a dude to death about being a certain way because they're going to fight against that. Telling guys who want to be masculine to only be soft or to try to look at everything through the lens of a woman and not have their own opinion and not be like, and not have a voice and not have an opinion. And I know there's like the smart Negroes who say, well, that's not what happens. That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. In liberal talking spaces, in public, in social media and stuff, it's your masculinity is bad. You got to look at everything through the lens of a woman for the most part. And all of your opinions are automatically, inherently misogynistic, sexist, because they differ from this super liberal shit that's going on right now, you know? And cats are going to rebel against that. And then they create these spaces that become problematic because there's not a space that promotes any kind of balance. You know, where it's like, yeah, be masculine, but also do this. You know, self-improve, be better about this, but also try to fix this. Like my man Patrice O'Neal said, somehow man opinion became misogyny, but I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. You know, and I'll see this. A guy will go, well, my opinion is this. You're a misogynist. That's patriarchy. That's whatever. And that could be the case sometimes, but not all the time. And cats bark down on folks so quick that it turns them into these extremists.
So quick. That's why we don't get to have conversation and dialogue because niggas are just defensive off the rip. You know what I mean? They defending themselves as soon as something is said incorrectly or different to them. They think somebody's taking a shot at them. You know what I mean?
Because everything is like these polars now. To be the liberal era of everything is on a spectrum, gender, sex, race is on a spectrum. You can be transracial and like people were trying to really promote this goofy shit, right? Like to be the era that talks about spectrum, our opinions are very black and white and very polar, you know? It's like if you disagree with look, you want to know where a big switch for me changed? A couple years ago, I was trying to be one of the smart Negroes. Like I wanted to be one of the smart academic Negroes that was progressive and liberal, and I knew all the words, and I'm all of this, right? I had a couple times where I disagreed, and people tried to eat my ass up. Oh, I'm so disappointed because I disagreed with a woman. I said she lying. It was a situation. I was like, look, I'm sorry, but she bullshitting, right? And she was, right? But it was the fact that I disagreed, and it was just like, how could you? I'm disappointed. This is misogynoir, and black women are XYZ. And I was the dude that got a protect black women hat. I look, dude's about to laugh. Look, dude, I got the hat.
You can only protect them when they want to be protected.
You always say that. You always say that, bro.
Dude, 5 years ago, I did a thing called like Pay Black Women, where it's for men to try to support black businesses and black women and stuff like that, right? So it's like the same cat that was y'all doing all of this, right? On its own, just, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I disagree, it was just like, nah. And then as soon as I disagree with some other kind of black liberal talking points, I get the black smart Negroes trying to talk to me like I'm dumb. And I'm like, y'all ain't gonna be talking to me like I'm a dumbass too much longer, thinking you're just gonna like, oh, you're just misguided and wrong. And I'm like, this is my opinion. And honestly, you're not telling me why I'm wrong. You're just telling me I'm wrong and telling me I'm dumb, or telling me you're just so smart that you don't have time to have this conversation.
I think a lot of times when somebody brings up a point that makes sense, but it goes against what they're used to, and then I have a comeback off the rip, that's when they're like, nah, you're wrong, and they just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Because you hit them with a good point that made them think. They wish they had something to come back with, but they don't. So it's like, nah, let's just harp on this nigga real quick. Watch the new niggas over there type shit.
Dude.
Or I make more money than you.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
That's another nigga.
I make more money than you.
My dick is bigger than yours.
It was cold that night.
It was cold.
Hey, I thought I sent you the video, but apparently I didn't. It was a combo that my wife asked me about, far as parents raising boys and girls differently. So yeah. I didn't see your attachment or anything. All right, we had a little bit of it. A generation of people who raise boys incorrectly got you believing that raising boys is easier than raising girls. Let that sink in for a moment. Of course, it's easier. Your daughter had to wait until she was 17 to date. Your son had him a little girlfriend in grade school. You built chastity, discernment, and self-respect into your daughter. You threw a jersey on your boy and taught him how to dribble and throw a ball. Boys aren't easy. You just invest less in their personal growth and maturity. That's it. I ain't gonna. That's it. We can go off that. Any thoughts on that? I see your face, dude. Good gracious.
I'm saying I don't. My son different, so you know what I'm saying. It ain't like, you know what I mean. But I don't know. I'm no different. He get the same amount of love. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't accept that. You know what I'm saying? I don't accept that off the strength that, you know what I'm saying? I tell my son I love him every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my daughter I love her every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my son trying to fuck nothing until, you know what I'm saying, he adult making a proper decision, just like I don't want my daughter to fuck nothing until you adult making a proper decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand why people say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think a lot of times, my bad.
We're not gonna act like there ain't no double standard. That definitely exists. But
so I think a lot of times on this, I think a lot of times when combos come on this podcast, it'll be hard to put our personal views, our personal ways that we do stuff in, because we don't do what society norms are. You know what I mean? But what you about to say, Ma? I guess I had a brain fart again. I don't know.
No, go ahead.
No, I think I had a brain fart. Save me, nigga.
Oh. No, I'm trying to get better at ranting and cutting off people and shit like that. Like, I'm trying to work on that. You feel me?
Nigga, me too. Nigga. This
I'm
podcast will help
horrible.
our communication skills out one way or another, boy.
Right.
We don't get no views. We gonna get better communication skills out of them.
Hey, that's what's
and
up.
it's actually working though, because you guys are learning. You're doing better about respecting the other guy talking. Man, you guys, and this shit works, bro. This shit works, even if that's all it's working for. We achieving something, goddamn.
Yeah, because I'm big on the listening part now.
Yeah.
Like I'll think of something, and I'll try my hardest to forget what I was thinking about, just so I get back to whatever that dude was talking about. Like a lot of times he said something interesting. I want to say something. I'm trying to think about it and remember it to the end, and then you forget what he said, and then it's your turn to talk. You remember the first part, but you remember anything else because you forgot.
If you just listen, most of your questions to get answered. You know what I'm saying?
That part too. Oh my gosh. That kept happening last night when we was watching boxing. Like anything I say to do to say it right out. She's like, you could be a commentator. I'm like, no, I just need to shut up sometimes. That's all that is. But no, Mom, not to say it with Will, but what was your thoughts on that combo though?
Like, I feel what Deuce is saying, but like, I think you understand that this happens a lot though. Like, you may not do it, and Maul probably wouldn't do it, and I'm not doing it. But it's like I do think that happens a lot. I think it's kind of changing more now. I think more and more dads now are being more balanced and kind of equal and stuff. But I think the prevailing tradition has been to like invest less in like the personal growth of the boys. It's like boys, I think like well, I don't know, like I would see a lot of boys that grow up with just the older men just talk about women and sports and stop crying, get your ass up, but that kind of investment into like your personality, like who you are, how you're going to develop, or like why you should suck it up a little bit, like why, like put some nobility behind that shit too, like I may tell my boy, we can't be crying on the floor because who's going to take care of mom and your sister if we're supposed to be to protect. Like, I want to put some kind of nobility and kind of purpose behind why we gotta like endure some shit sometimes. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of girls got act right, be a lady, be a nurturer. They helping out with the kids. They learning how to cook. They learning how to wash clothes. They're babysitting, so now they know how to like care for somebody, and watch and be responsible for people. And then the boys are just, yeah, go ahead and have fun. And then they don't start learning shit until they're like a late teenager, early adult. And then a lot of times when they learn lessons that way, it's like it's late, it's harder consequences. And then they become these stories where women are like, I got this 25-year-old boyfriend, but he don't know how to wash clothes, or he don't know how to cook nothing else except spaghetti, or he asked me for everything. And it's like, because nobody invested in him as a person early on. You feel me? I think our boys did get left out a lot traditionally.
But
in the
I say that to say, I mean, I feel what you're saying and shit, but I also know a lot of cats who invested in themselves, right? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that wash their own clothes, motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, they had to cook for themselves, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's not nobody else, but, you got to invest in yourself as well. But I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, maybe it's the new, the energy switch got shit. Cause back when we grew up, you had to be hardened. You know what I'm saying? You had to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say had to, but it felt like shit, we grew up in a different time where, you know what I'm saying? And it's a time that they kind of need now, cause shit.
But I think, my bad, I think that's the problem that I don't think we had to be hard. I think that had to be hard shit had us hard out there and then coming home and taking out on them, but not communicate where the problem is. We're not communicating. So I think a lot of times the generations are different. So we blame the fact that they did stuff so hard back then, so we have to do it now. No, we found out that shit ain't really work. It really didn't. Our communication skills suck. That's why we're the whole, like, going back to the whole, don't cry. And that was it. It was never nothing behind it. Like that, even something simple as that. Because back then you couldn't cry. Why couldn't you, nigga? Why couldn't you tell nobody why? Like, why wasn't this sentence finished? What came out of the comment?
I don't know about you, but I gotta explain that too. Nigga, you cry, you gonna be perceived as soft. And if you perceive as soft, you perceive as weak. If you perceive as weak, they're gonna take advantage of you every shot you get. So yeah, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers will take advantage of you. You out here slacking, you're gonna get taken advantage of. You had to be. I ain't saying you had to be hard. Like, yeah, I'm a thug on it, but you gotta.
That's all some of your older cousins said.
Huh?
That's all some of my older cousins said.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and that's where it comes from. You hard. You know what I'm saying. You will get taken advantage of if you're perceived this weak. I mean, you know, it's just the sad reality of the way things are a lot. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I don't know where else to go with that. But
I mean, I say the cousin part because like sometimes we learn more from that generation right above us, or our older cousin, or our older brother, or our younger uncle, opposed to our father who is, or opposed to the father in the household who's doing so much and really don't, instead has that mind state of, gotta go to work, gotta go do this, don't talk to me, you know what I mean? I got, you know what I mean? He don't have time when he get home, that type of shit. That whole shit just perceived. Because I don't really know about that shit. All I got is what come from sitcoms, and that's what they say households be like. Like you said, like I had somebody that did tell me that shit. You know what I mean? Why you don't cry. Or that time I got slammed, the reason why he made me go back out there and fight this dude. Come back in with a second L, but I had to fight. You know what I mean? Like I lost twice that day. But like it was a reason why. You know, you new to this neighborhood, you can't be perceived as weak. You know what I mean? Like that part. You know what I mean? Go back out there. That whole, like they didn't explain the whole, if you don't, I'm gonna whoop your ass if you once, you know what I mean? That whole, if you whoop your ass, I'm gonna whoop your ass, that whole shit. Like if you don't go out there and get your ass whooped by him, I'm gonna whoop your ass type shit. You're not really explaining the whole part. Like, cause for one, you know you can't beat me. Out there, you go out there to fight, like fuck around, find out you know how to fight. You see what I'm saying? So like that's more the reason behind it. Besides the whole threat of now you just go out there like, I don't want to fight him. I'm just gonna, I don't want to fight my father. I'm just gonna fight him, and you ain't really got no confidence. You know what I mean? Instead of that whole type talk that shit. I don't know.
like I said, man, you know, being a black man in America hard, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I think the part where Maul is talking about like the reasons why, I think that's big because I think a lot of these hard lessons actually are important. You know, I think they're being perceived as weak. That's a big thing just in like business, in school, in the new environment. It's like people will take advantage of you, you know, and that doesn't even have to be on some super violent kind of stuff. That could be like a manager will take advantage of you, a coworker, a friend, like a
Yeah,
partner, a girl.
don't know something about your car and take your shit to a shop and let them know you don't know nothing about cars. You get taken advantage of.
Exactly. It's gonna hit your pockets, man. But and and the only it's weird is it's like trying to figure out how to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to do it because it's like we end up. It's like the way you said it. They're gonna eat you alive. It's like, you know what? I can't even critique it. It's a sad reality for a lot of us in certain environments because they got to be taught like penitentiary rules to live where they live. Like that whole fucking don't look at nobody too long. That whole like you got to assert yourself like immediately. Like all of that shit is shit you. I ain't got experience in it, but it's shit that you hear about
But
from other people.
my child always, little mama always asks me why I'm always speaking to. I speak to almost every black man I see. Because I grew up in Richmond where niggas just didn't greet each other. Like you mean mugged a nigga, you look them up and down, all that type shit. And it's unnecessary. And sometimes I just break that ice and just greet a motherfucker. And first of all, it fuck niggas up. It fuck, oh, hey, how you doing? They don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Just a regular greeting, they'll fuck a nigga up, bro. Like that's sad. Another thing that fucked me up in that, my bad. Another thing that fucked me up in that 24 movie, and it goes back to what your parents or teach you on when they're raising you as far as eye contact when you're talking to somebody. The whole time, you know, back then you couldn't look a white man eye to eye. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that. So all that shit that's part of the emotion part. Like niggas done, it's don't let that don't it go back to don't that disrespectful statement if I'm not my ancestor, man. Like this nigga was so fucking.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're not. You way softer than your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Going as far back as the slave ship. Most of these niggas nowadays would have never made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's funny because I was about to say that was part of the breaking, the fact that they got you to a point where you can't look a man, you don't see yourself as a man to look another man in the eye. And it's a culture thing. It's a community thing. To now to the point where if you look around, most niggas walk around with their head down. Most niggas walk around with their head down. We don't understand that it came from years of that shit. It come from generations of that being our life. Like, we don't understand that, bro. Like it ain't just something you just did because that's just you see that. That's what you see around. That's how niggas walk around. And then they go back to the fact you can't even look your own brother now. You can't look you know what I mean? Somebody looks like you can't look him in the eye because you look at him too long, trying to figure out who he is. Like, what the fuck you looking at? And then you gotta defend yourself. You can't say honestly, oh my bad, dog, I thought you might have been somebody else. Until you realize that you can't just say that. When you're like 34, 35, oh my bad, dog, I thought you were somebody else. Oh, why? And then that's it, you just keep on about your business. But back then, nigga, I'm looking at you. Which is also another honest answer. But you know what I mean, the way you said it though, nigga, like now y'all in the first conversation. And then you punch the nigga like, oh, hold on, good, that you now, you know what I mean, all this shit that happened when it was just I didn't know who you were because it was dark over there, bro. And you black. What's up, bro? Like it's ridiculous, but it's we've been beaten to that part. And so you gotta take that into account when we're talking about this hill we're trying to climb. You see what I'm saying? Like we're trying to this is part of the hill that we're trying to climb. Little shit like that is part of it. But it starts with us. The fact that you want to greet random strangers. Why? Why not? That part. Just the why not part. We answer if a lot of shit we can answer with why not. You know what I mean? Because that'll solve whatever your dumbass argument was about to be. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
You agree, Mo? I told you when you start looking to the left like that, boy.
Yeah, nah, man. Oh, hold on.
You pull it up on your ass.
Hold on real quick.
You gotta find out who that nigga is. This nigga said, afraid to go to third because what if they fix me and I lose my swag?
Shit. Yeah. Damn. But how would you lose your swag again? Well, I guess you be Russell Wilson if they fix you.
The shit that's giving you this confidence, this shit is probably not something productive. You know what I mean? Like,
the shit that gives you confidence is also what's fucking you up.
And you know that, nigga.
Yeah, and you know it. And you know it. Like, yeah.
You see that nigga got 63 months?
Who?
The black guy at the insurrection?
The one black dude?
Yeah, it gave his ass 5 years, bro.
And he the only nigga that got some time.
Yeah, the nigga from Richmond, I don't know if he got some time too, but I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about it, but this nigga got 5 years, bro. 63 fucking months, yo.
Fucking around trying to run up in there with some white people. That's why you stay the fuck out of dumbass shit like that.
Yep.
Damn!
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Bill Russell died.
Yeah, bro. I just seen that shit too.
Oh, man.
Damn, sure did.
Bill Russell dies at 88. Damn.
88, though.
Yeah.
Full ass life. It's crazy because I'm listening to the Drink Champs joint. They had Patti LaBelle on there. Well, yeah, man. I just wanted to rap to you. You know, we'll get back to you throughout the week. Drop something else on them.
That's what's up.
Good.
Yeah, man. We got a bunch we can talk about.
I hear you. You got something you want to leave us with?
I don't know. I'm in a brain fog right now, man. Here I got something.
Air, bro. It's like
this is. I got something. All right, because this is something I gotta tell myself. Like, all right, so this philosopher has this quote that goes, "Don't talk about your philosophy, embody it."
Damn, man. How we get with
back
this?
To back.
Man, bring Trump back. Fuck it, nigga. Fuck this nigga. Fuck this nigga, man.
Shit done. We ain't like what he was doing. Shit, he was
Trump, at least
he
Trump
was entertaining us.
prices low, man.
He was entertaining us. I think that's the big part there. At least he was entertaining us. This
man, he was telling the truth, man. He was telling the truth. That shit's stupid, man.
This nigga lying. He don't even don't know what the fuck he's saying, and he lying.
This motherfucker said, hey, if you could explain America in one word, it'd be what, Joe?
That sound about right. That might be the truest thing that nigga saying during this whole goddamn time.
No bullshit, right? Because America about to have motherfuckers, bro. Excuse me, then the motherfucker like, God damn, bro.